You enter the world quietly. No celebration, no pause. Just warm bodies in the dark and water close enough to reach, but not always close enough to save you. But that calm isn't happiness. It's training. Because if you're born a capybara, panic is how you get killed. Within weeks, you're walking, grazing, staying close. Everyone else calls this a peaceful life, standing in shallow water, chewing grass, barely moving, but your body never agrees with that description. Every sound matters. Water shifting the wrong way, leaves moving at the wrong speed, a silence that lasts too long. You freeze constantly, not because you're calm, but because hesitation sometimes keeps you alive. One evening, the group stiffens. No warning call, no gradual reaction. Just a sudden change. Heads turn toward the trees. Something large is nearby. No one stops to confirm it. You run when they run. Into the water. Under it. Your lungs tighten as the world goes muffled and dark. You stay under longer than feels reasonable, because surfacing too soon is worse. Above you, pressure changes. You don't see it. You don't need to. When you finally rise, you're alive, but scattered. The group reforms slowly, silently, already grazing again. No one checks on anyone else. This wasn't a close call. It was routine. You grow quickly, but safety never arrives. You are large enough to be worth the effort, and slow enough to be caught. On land, jaguars watch from cover. In the water, caimans wait without blinking. In the reeds, anacondas don't chase. They calculate. Your survival strategy is proximity. Stay near water, stay near others. Never be the furthest from escape. Never be the slowest when panic spreads. Still, sometimes it isn't enough. One afternoon, something brushes your side. The water tightens. A thick body shifts beneath you. You surge forward as a coil snaps shut where your ribs were moments earlier. It misses, barely. You don't stop to investigate. You don't look back. You scramble onto land, heart hammering, stopping only when your feet hit dry mud. The snake waits where it was. It always will. The first time you see a human, you don't recognize it as danger. The rest of the group does. The sound they bring doesn't belong here. One of you collapses without being touched. The smell of blood changes the air. The group breaks. You move because others move. The river swallows splashes and panic alike. Some don't stand back up. You don't understand this predator at first. It doesn't chase, it doesn't signal, it doesn't follow the rules anything else does. And that's what makes it lethal. You learn quickly. If it stands upright and doesn't flee, it's dangerous. You continue grazing afterward. You always do. Hunger doesn't negotiate. Long before anything eats you, many things already are. Ticks gather in your fur. You barely register them. Your body tolerates their presence, even as they take from you constantly. Some carry bacteria lethal to other animals. You survive. Inside you, parasites anchor deep. Worms, flukes, organisms you never feel, but that drain you anyway. You eat, you digest, you eat again. And it's never quite enough. There's no treatment, no recovery. You simply adapt to weaker days. Without explanation. By the time you reach a year old, you are no longer treated like a baby. You still walk near your mother, but she doesn't look back as often. When you chirp, the others don't respond. You eat with them. You sleep beside them. But something has changed. You are old enough to leave. One morning, you don't follow the group. You walk the other way. You graze alone until sunset and sleep beside a fallen log. No one joins you. No one comes looking. The next day, you try to form something new. You nudge two others to follow you. One stays for a while. Then he leaves. By evening, you are alone again. That is how separation happens here. Quietly, without conflict, without explanation. Your diet is simple: grass. Grass is difficult to survive on, so your body becomes efficient. At night, digestion produces soft droppings packed with nutrients. In the morning, you eat them, not by mistake, not out of desperation, because one pass isn't enough to keep you alive. Your teeth never stop growing. If you don't chew constantly, they curl inward, turning pain into starvation. So you chew endlessly, even while floating in water, fouled by your own waste. Cleanliness isn't survival. Efficiency is. If you live long enough, your body keeps score. Scars collect. Teeth wear unevenly. Old damage doesn't heal. You're still alert, just slower. Still social, just cautious. Nothing about the world becomes safer. You just stop being able to handle it as well. When the end comes, it isn't dramatic. There's no gathering, no response. The group moves on. The river moves on. The parasites move on. Your body becomes part of a system that never cared whether you enjoyed any of it. From the outside, people loved the idea of you. From the inside, your life was compromise, routine, and constant pressure. If this felt harsh, it could have been worse. There's another animal whose entire existence makes this look forgiving. You can see how that life ends next.